Hey y'all, I'm coming to do an opinion, just my thoughts on a couple of things that's going on right now video. Like an eyelash or something. This is what's on my nails. As I said, no, I didn't have a post video because I was too sleepy, but I did trim them down because a couple of them had broke, so I trimmed them down. Because after so long, I do, after so many of them break, I will go ahead and trim them down. More than likely, I'm not sure. I'll probably change it. It's only been on my nails for a couple of days, but I'll change it. I'm not really crazy about it. But this video is going to be on the whole Donald Sterling, the current owner of the Clippers. And then I'm also going to talk just for a second about Real Housewives of Atlanta, just my thoughts on that. Okay, if you have been under a rock, but pretty much there was a video released of Donald Sterling pretty much telling his girlfriend, which his girlfriend is gorgeous, she's beautiful, she's biracial, she's mixed with Mexican and black. He was pretty much telling her that he don't ask a whole lot of her, but she don't have to advertise the fact that she associates with black people, which to me, I was like, but she is black. How can you not advertise that you associate? Because you can look at her and tell she got some black in her. Now I know that people are saying that, oh well, she released the video. She's saying she didn't release the tape. That's what she's saying. She's saying she didn't release it. He was married for 50 years. Him and his wife, his ex-wife, now they are divorced. His wife is suing the girlfriend. Him and the girlfriend have been together for 4 years. His wife is suing the girlfriend because he bought the girlfriend things like cars and money, houses and stuff like this with family money. Now I don't understand personally how they can sue her. They're suing her for like $1.2 million. I don't understand how they can sue her for that. Me personally. Because if he bought it, sue him. But so yeah, I don't really understand that whole thing. Well, like I said from day one when the video was released, the tape, sorry. The whole thoughts behind the tape is that she posted a video with her and another lady. To me, they almost look like some, like the dance girl, the dancers for the team. That's like the uniform, the outfits they had on look like the little dance girl outfits, not cheerleaders. But she pretty much, had a picture of this lady and Magic Johnson. And he got mad and he was like, you don't have to advertise that you hang out with black people, you associate with them. You can bring them to, I'm just going to say it how he said it. You can bring them to your house. You can fuck them if you want to. I don't care. But don't advertise it on Instagram. And don't bring them to my games. Yeah. Okay. When the tape first came out, they were trying to say, oh, well, she did this on purpose. Because she's bitter about the lawsuit and yada, yada, yada. Okay, y'all. That may be true. It may come to find out that because first they were trying to say she embezzled money, 1.2 million. Now they're saying no, it was that he bought, he paid for things for her with family money that was not supposed to be used for that, like misuse of funds. Okay, whatever the case, let's say it's true. That still does not take away from the fact that, sir, this was you on this tape. So regardless if they, take her to court and they find that, yes, she embezzled or misused this money, she has to pay back this 1.2 million. That does not take away from the fact that you still did this. Okay, now as of today, Commissioner Silver did pretty much do a ban for life. He has imposed a ban for life on Donald Sterling. He has also fined him $2 million, which will go to different organizations that deal with racism and injustice and inequality. So different organizations like that. Plus, he said that they are trying to force him to sell his team, which the commissioner cannot force him to sell his teams, but the owners can vote, and they can make a vote and say, now he has been the owner of this team for over 30 years. They can vote and say, do they want him as an owner or not. If they get 3/4 of the owners, then he has to sell the team. Okay, now keep in mind that no action has been taken against anybody else in his family. So in spirit, he could, since him and his wife are technically divorced, in theory, he could sell the team to her. But now if the owners, say no, they vote against it, then he's not required to sell the team. Now, if he does sell the team, he does stand to profit over $600 million. I mean, of course, it would not go to him, like it's a family ownership. So, that would be split up. Okay, these are my thoughts. Okay, first of all, I feel like the band life is good. I feel like even the possibility of him being forced to sell is good. I just don't think it's gonna go through. I could be wrong, but let's just for a minute, let's say, okay, what if he does not sell the team? I feel like, honestly, like I was telling my mother a moment ago, I feel like at this point he's in a position to where he has to sell the team, because they're gonna lose so much money if he does not. Money talks in America. That's just real. They're going to lose so much money, because as soon as this story broke, it broke over the weekend, but come Monday, like some of their really, really big corporate sponsors that sponsor the Clippers had already pulled their sponsorship, and that's money. Then during the press conference today, one of the reporters asked Commissioner Silver, like, well, if he's not forced to sell the team, what about the players? I could be wrong, but you kind of get the feeling that if he decides that he's not going to sell the team, that they're not going to hold these players to legally binding contracts with this man. You kind of get that feeling. So let's just say, let's just put it out there. So it's almost like he's facing the decision of sell the team, make some money, or keep the team and lose a whole lot of money and possibly lose your team, like lose some of the key players that you have. I mean, at this point, I mean, he would be, if they said that they were going to let these players out of their contracts and let them go to other teams, that's huge. That's really big, because at this point it's almost like, the top players on the team, they have a lot of options. The only people that I can see staying are those people that really don't never start, really don't never get, too much action, that are just pretty much there as fillers, if somebody gets hurt, or, once they get to the point where, oh, we know we don't win this game, we got a 50-point lead, and it's the fourth quarter, we're going to put these players in. Not saying they're not, they're of course they can play basketball, they're in the NBA, but they're not, Chris Paul, okay? Now, so we will see. Also, it is good to note that this man, yes, this is, I know some people may like, well, this ain't right, this is his first time offense. This is not the first time that he has been accused of this. He has been the subject of over 9 lawsuits. He owns a lot of property, and he has been sued by tenants. He is known as a slumlord. He has been sued by former players. They're saying that he runs a plantation style organization. Even on inside the NBA, they were talking, even Charles Barkley, they were talking about how for years it has been known that if you went to the Clippers, no matter how good you were, if you went to the Clippers, you were going to pretty much, you weren't going to get paid nothing, I mean, and let's be real, the Clippers only got good within the last, 4 years. Within the last 4 years, three maybe. But, because they have had, since, the 80s, they have actually, as a team, they've had one of the percentage-wise, one of the most, they're the most losing team percentage wise. I mean, yeah, they're slowly trying to rebuild, but yeah. So this is, I mean, I know some people may be saying, well, this is kind of harsh, but this is not the first time for this, and this is something that is well known about him, that he is a racist. So we will see. Like I said, even if he sells the team, I feel like, he's going to profit. I honestly, since they're not doing any kind of sanctions against anybody else in his family, who knows? Maybe they can set something up to where his family buys him out. Cause him and his ex-wife, they not together. She pretty much let it be known, that ain't me, that's him. I ain't racist. So who knows, y'all? We will see. The other thing that I wanted to talk about real quick. Okay, I watched Real Housewives of Atlanta. I never do reviews on it, because we were so deep into the season once I made the decision to start doing reviews. However, I always talk to my friends about it, and I tweet and be on Facebook through the whole episode. And I was watching somebody else's review of part 2 of the reunion, and they said something, and when they said something, a light went off in my head, and I was like, I thought I was the only person. Okay, y'all saying, well, Peaches, what you talking about, girl? I could be wrong, y'all, and this other person could be wrong, but I kind of get the feeling that the whole NeNe Cynthia thing was done more for TV. And let me explain. I'm not saying that. I just feel like, because NeNe refused to talk about what, the real breakdown. Yes, she said that it bothered her that, they had got past certain things, and then, about her calling Peter a bitch, they had got past that, and then, this was way months ago, but then when it finally came on TV, Cynthia got back in her feelings, and even though she knew they had got past it, she was, even though they had taken trips and things like that together, she pretty much got back in her feelings. I feel like for the last couple of seasons, people have said Cynthia needs to go for the last few seasons. But like I said, I could be wrong, but it's almost like you get the vibe like that Cynthia just didn't get it. Like, you almost get the vibe like NeNe was telling her, like keeping her distance, and kind of just so it could be something, like, ooh, we got to bring Cynthia back to see what's going to happen with her, NeNe, blase, whoop, whoop. But it's almost like Cynthia wasn't getting it. Yeah, because she wanted to sit up there and cry and all this stuff. And I will say this, because I know it's old, but I don't do videos on Housewife. I will next season. But I'm sorry. I just did not understand the whole hate NeNe when she called Peter a bitch. I'm just going to be honest. Because if you look back, on my lip. If you look back the entire season, people have called Peter a bitch. People have said Peter trying to get a peach. We see on the last part of the reunion, he gonna have a peach trying to be funny, talking about, well, if y'all want to say I'm getting a peach here, and he gonna bite the peach. I mean, I just didn't understand. Like, me and my mama talked about it. I just didn't understand why every blog said it. They had pictures where they replaced Cynthia head with Peter head, and they had all these pictures and saying, oh, Peter trying to get his peach because his wife boring, but it's like the world fell apart when NeNe called him a bitch. It's like, come on, man. Yeah, everybody been saying the same thing, but when this woman said it's such a problem. But y'all, that's just my thoughts primarily on the Donald Sterling issue. Like I said, as far as NeNe and Cynthia, I'm not saying that I feel like everything was staged and they didn't have some problems. I'm not saying that, but I feel like NeNe possibly was trying to make the problems extend a little bit, to try to make Cynthia relevant in some way, because people doing interviews with her now more than they have in the past because of the whole beef with NeNe. Think about it. But y'all, that's my review. I'm going to do Mary Mary in a minute, but thank y'all for watching.